You can see some of the progress I've made. Got a little metal shelf here I had. Whenever I bought the trailer, I installed this metal shelf, and so decided to reuse it. It's a 6-foot rack I bought from Lowe's, and then I took some electrical conduit, metal electrical conduit, and mashed the ends and made the hangers here. And so it's screwed to the walls with some little tabs, and then it hangs from the rafters. I also have the LED lights run here. So I've got 2 different circuits on these LED lights. These are remote controlled. The ones over here are controlled by a switch here, so that each end of the trailer could be lit up. Also, I have my solar monitor up here mounted. I'm going to get a better thermometer. That's a pretty ratty thermometer I've had in the shop for a while. You can see I've got the refrigerator in, so I've got it strapped to some eye bolts screwed into the floor, and then when we're parked, the bungee cord here will come loose. We'll take it off so we can open and close the refrigerator. During traveling times, we'll keep the bungee cord on to keep the refrigerator closed. I also have the microwave strapped down. That's where it'll stay. So I've got some little eye bolts in the shelf there for the microwave oven. And I strapped the power strip on to the wall. Those are 1.5 inch metal conduit, electrical conduit clamps, and they fit just right over that power strip. And then I've got, as you can see, flooring put in, and so the floors, what is this? Style Selections luxury vinyl plank from Lowe's. This is, I don't know what, it's a gray color, but it's 0737984 for the part number in case you want this colored. It matches up with the gray trim pretty well. And so I'm finishing out I've got to do the corners here for the flooring and the edge here, and then I've got to put flooring all along the ramp door here, and getting very, very close to completing it and getting it ready where we can ride it on the road. I do have a small water leak here, and it's irritating me. I'm thinking that this plastic tube here is probably going to have to be changed over to rubber, because this pump, it's mounted on rubber and it vibrates, and when it vibrates, I'm thinking that it's shaking all this. It's causing a little bit of a leak here, and it's not a flood, it's just an annoying little drip, and it's going to rot the floor out if I don't stop it now. So it's good that it did it now. It's just irritating me. So gonna have to probably take this hose loose here and replace it with that clear vinyl flexible tubing. All right. So I've already tiled the inside. I finished all the corners and everything. And I'm not a big tile guru. I don't know everything there is to know about tile. I've done my share of rent houses. And it's just plain and simple peel and stick vinyl tile. My thoughts on this is it's easy to peel it up and replace it if it gets damaged. So I'm going to tile this door, and I'll go through the steps. The first thing I want is a center line, so I'm going to measure from edge to edge and mark a black line right down the middle. Okay, so now you can see my center line here. Now I'm going to start peeling and sticking from the center line out to the edges. This is the original decking on the door, and I've swept it already, but before I stick a piece down, I'll also take my shop vac on it and clean it off pretty good before I stick it down. So you can see I've got the 2 center rows almost completed. Before I put down the last piece, I wanted you to see that I'm intentionally staggering the links. So it's very hard to see because they're complete pieces, but I have a shorter piece right here on purpose, and then I've got a full length piece right here. And that way this line, this joint right here doesn't line up with this joint right here. So I'm staggering them on purpose. And I'll do that all the way across the door. So now I've got to lay a piece right here and trim it to fit right there. Once I put a mark where I want to cut it, I'm going to cut it across here, but I need a straight edge or straight line. And so I'm going to use another tile, lay it straight on top of it, parallel to it, and line it up, and I'm going to put a pencil mark across it. Now I have my pencil line, my straight pencil line across it, and I've always used a razor knife to cut them, and sometimes that works well and sometimes it doesn't. But I've started using tin snips, and they cut this vinyl tile really well. Now you can see the edge that was cut with these tin snips. I like that. It's a lot cleaner than the razor knife, and it's actually a little safer to me than whacking at it with the razor knife with multiple cuts. So I'm gonna keep going. That's what I've done most of the trailer with. That's what I'm gonna keep going with. I think these tin snips, I've got the right hands and the left hand, so I've got both. And the advantage of these is it cuts really nice curves if you ever need that as well. And there you have the little filler piece in there. Now I'm gonna continue the process and complete the whole doorway. Finished ramp door. I'm going to have to improve and replace the weather stripping around it. And I want to do now the flap here on both sides to make it look nice. All tiled up and closed up, and looks good. Looks better, certainly better than it did. So that's what it'll look like when it's closed. And the tiles, it's a little over $1 a square foot. So if they get damaged, just pull them off, put a new one on. It's amazing to me, this trailer is 11 or 12 years old. And it amazes me how much paint and tile, vinyl tile, cheap vinyl tile, can make this thing feel like it's new. It's just weird. And it kind of shows you what they do to you at an RV show, because if you think about it, all RV, when you go to the RV show, you're looking at it at the looks, and you're not looking at the structure or how it's built or the construction method. You're just looking at vinyl tile, laminate, and paint and lighting, and it makes it feel, it gives you the illusion that it's really, really cool, and you got to have that. It's just an interesting, even in this little trailer right here, it's interesting the feeling, the different feeling you get after it's been tiled and has some lighting in it and has some paint on it.